I've always loved Sly 2's tutorial level. Even though it's technically linear, the developers gave it quite a large scope, and I believe this was done on purpose to show everybody that this game is a lot larger than Sly 1. It was going to be very different, more open world, which is odd considering this tutorial level, this mission is actually linear in its style, but it has a large scope. You look out into the distance, there's a lot of different buildings, there's a lot of different paths that seem to diverge from the main path that you feel like you should be able to explore, especially after playing the other levels of the game where that is usually the case. Whether it's invisible barriers, just actual barriers, and even death barriers, they don't let you diverge from the main path that you're supposed to be on, so you can trigger all the cutscenes and get to the main point of the tutorial. But in today's video, I'm going to be breaking the game using the Sly Cooper Trilogy Trainer in an emulated version of Sly 2. I'm going to be exploring all these different little nooks and crannies and different areas that I've always wanted to when I was a kid playing the game. I feel like I should start off with the pig security guards. They seem to act like any other guards within the game and like you would be able to interact with them, but I got nearer them and they don't really do anything. They just have their set path where they walk and you can't hit them, they won't fight you, there's nothing like that. Nothing real special about them, but, you know, getting a close-up look at them was pretty cool. Speaking of the security guards, I was able to get myself into the courtyard. You always look down on this, and it just seems like a big, fun, open area to explore. Whenever I played the game as a kid, I always tried to get in there, but the death barriers prevent you from doing that. Now, I was able to do this in the base game a very long time ago, in a very old video, but it's made very easily, using the Trilogy Trainer, to just get in there and walk around. It's solid on the ground floor, and once again you can sort of interact with these security guards. They won't fight you or anything, but you can explore the entire thing. If you jump a little too high, I use the mega jump, you will hit that death barrier. Funny thing, most of the ground outside of the main path isn't solid, but right outside of the museum some steps are, and even this fountain way off into the distance. I believe this was just copied and pasted from episode 1, so that's probably why it's still solid. Also, all of these pillars located and scattered throughout the entire tutorial level are also solid, so we're going to be using those later. Getting into the museum was actually very easy. You can just smash the window with your cane. It was a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be, and then just walk around and get a closer look at the blueprints for the clockwork parts, and that's about it, actually. Carmelita and Neela aren't loaded in, so they're not inside the coffins or anything, so not much to do here, but yeah, that's it. The hallway that Carmelita chases you in had a couple of different paths that diverged off of it, some stuff that was barred off that I always wanted to get into. Got into it. It's just a black void, nothing to see here. This whole hallway I thought would be larger in scope, but, you know, really isn't. If you ever wanted to know where this hallway led to, basically a whole lot of nothing, so that was a little disappointing. I also took Sly and brought him way out into the distance over to the pyramids. I got a great view of the tutorial level from here. I also went over to where Carmelita jumps out of her window and then chases you for the rest of the level. That was kind of cool. Always wanted to go over there as well, but other than that, there's not much else to do. Most of the ground in this level is not solid. You can't walk around on it. You can't explore it. A lot of stuff also isn't very detailed. So while it does have scope and there are some really cool things to look at, such as the guards and the courtyard and all that, I think this is about it. These were the highlights, at least for me.